Hey guys, welcome back to another week of Mortgage Matters in Minutes. I'm Brent Rasmussen, your host here today to chat with you about time is of the essence. And while that terminology and legalities gets thrown out quite a bit, I don't know that everyone quite understands what that means. Realtors, real estate agents, lawyers, mortgage people, all of us understand time is of the essence in a real estate contract, but it's actually a real legal meaning that means that timing is a material to the performance of the contract, meaning that if you are not doing what you are needing to be doing to get that transaction to closing, you are breaching that contract, which means breaking the contract, not agreeing to do the terms that are supposed to be had. I can tell you we run into this on a regular basis. For buyers and for sellers. We have many transactions right now that some buyers might not be writing the paperwork to us that we can send to underwriting as quick as possible, or sellers might not be responding or doing the repairs or works to get to closing. And it can affect all parties if people don't do what's needed. And I think a lot of times people see closing a real estate transaction 30 to 45 days down the road thinking, hey, we have plenty of time to get the paperwork that's needed to be in, or sellers state, hey, we have time to get this electrician, plumber, roofer out to the house. But generally speaking, what we educate our clients on is having the loan done 2 weeks before closing is what we shoot and strive for every day. We don't like waiting to the very last minute because if there is something that occurs, a lot of times there's more paperwork that needs to be provided, and sellers and buyers both are out of schedules. They're planning on movers, they're planning on shipments to show up at house and people to be there to help unload and pack up and reload. So it can be a huge impact to a transaction if a buyer or a seller doesn't respond to the information that agents or mortgage individuals are asking for. And we understand a lot of times that we're asking for things, they don't need to be dropped of a hat, asked and given in 5 or 10 or 15 minutes. But within a day or 2 days response is what's usually required for a real estate transaction to close on time. There is paperwork that's needed on the lending side. That paperwork usually is very specific. And many times while we live in a technological world that we know we can look up our balance or what we receive for payment or any of that as such, underwriting wants to see a specific document that matches another specific document because unfortunately in this world that we live in, the electronic world that we live in, there can be lots of fraud. And with fraud, anytime that occurs, it may mean that that mortgage loan isn't paid off, isn't completed, isn't good for the bank or the lending institution or the entire economy. If that's the case, as we ran into in 2008, it can affect the worldwide economy if loans don't perform. One thing people aren't aware of is that we can't make an exception for certain things. That, hey, if we don't provide this paperwork or this repair or work doesn't get done or the home doesn't get finished on a new build, we can just make an exceptions to not allow that to have been completed. And while people would assume that just makes logical sense, it doesn't when it comes to legalities of our process. Time is of the essence is a very strong, important word that I think needs to be reminded to all people. With the markets that we're in right now, time is of the essence. Interest rates continually have been going up, and they may continually be going up. We're predicting them next year to come back down. But if you are still wanting to be a homeowner and you notice your rent is going up, it's time to get organized, get your paperwork together. Time is now to operate, to get a plan together because you're not able to generally buy a house in a day or two or a week or 2 weeks. It sometimes takes weeks and months to get your things together or make a plan to when your apartment's up or when the landlord is going to sell the property that you're in or something of that nature. So if we can carry over the phrase time is of the essence to our personal life to remind all of us that when something needs to be done, let's work and let's strive to make it happen as soon as possible, not waiting till that last deadline or wait until something exists to make it happen. I hope you learned a little bit about what we go through on a regular basis as if time is of the essence, meaning we don't like to wait around for getting information into the lender for the underwriters to finish your loan. While we are the lender, At the end of the day, the underwriters have the final say on when that loan gets done and when it gets approved. And it's our job to stay in front of them to provide all that paperwork on your behalf to finish the loan in a timely manner. And we've done this for many years, over 25 plus years. We've incorporated time is of the essence. And as you contact us and as you reach out, most and all of our clients have seen on our Google reviews, we respond day, night, weekends, and evenings because we understand how important time is of the essence to get your loan done in an early and accurate time fashion. So thank you for tuning in today. There's always a phone call away at Mortgage Specialists. You can call us at 402-991-5153, or you can always check us out on our blogs, on our website, where we have lots of education and information for you to understand at mtg-specialists.com. Love to help. We're always here. Have a great rest of your day. Mortgage Specialists. Driven, trusted, reliable.